It's an 18mm socket. Take the lugs out. Take this off, okay? So first thing we're gonna do is remove our brake, okay? A lot of it is you just need that clip out. Keep it, don't lose it, okay? So we're gonna take a rotor set screw out here in a second. One thing you are gonna need is a Craftsman 24mm 12-point. You're gonna need this to take the axle out. Some years have different sizes, so there's dust caps that sit over this. Use a flathead, take these out, okay? There's a bottom one sitting right there, so pop the dust caps off. For your calipers, you're going to use an Allen 7, okay? To get these calipers out, the hex 7. Pull a pin here. Let's get the top one. Okay, so when we hang these up, we're going to use a caliper tool. Okay, so squeeze these up and out, like so. Don't forget to remove your back pad. It's got a sensor wire on it we're going to pull, but you're going to run it across the back like this and up high, so it hangs up high. Okay, so hanging up high in there. This clip right here, the best way to get this out, you're going to go behind with a pick. Okay, you're going to pop it out. That's for the brake wear sensor, so you can remove your rear brake pad. We'll set it aside, okay? So you can see this one got split. It got split from an accident, but I went to go take a ball joint out that's also split, and that top knot won't come off. So I'm doing an axle, but I'm also going to try and impact that off, and if I can't get that off, I'm going to end up cutting it, okay? So this bracket here is a 21mm. So shoot that. Shoot that, okay? Catch this so it doesn't fall on you, okay? Catch the bracket. I'm gonna set this aside. Hardware in the dish. Okay, so we're gonna pull out the rotor set screw with a T30 bit. Okay. Setting our parts dish over there. So you can see in here, these bolts, they are triple square for the axle, okay? Next thing we're gonna do is take these out. They're 16mm, so I'm just gonna stick it on a gun here. Move all three, okay? Okay, so here's for our 24mm 12-point. Okay, I've got a rotor. Sometimes just that shaking will take your rotor off, so that helped out a lot. So for these, they are single-use bolts. They're aluminum, okay? Okay. So from here, I'm going to take a skid plate off with it. So this is just optional. T30 bit. Don't know how much you guys can see here, but another T30 and another T30. Okay, so set this aside. Put your hardware in the parts dish. Okay. So I'm gonna remove that shield. Okay. The reason is if you have to cut this thing for whatever reason and you don't have room to get in there, you can cut them from there. So you can cut the ball from there if you have to, okay? But I'm just removing it just so I don't bend it, okay? Okay, So we remove that bottom piece to the ball joint, okay? When we do that, we got a little more flex with the axle pull. Alright. Okay, so we're able to get the axle out of the way for now, okay? Okay. That being said, our channel locks, we can get a grip in here. So I'm going to try this before cutting it, okay? But this is a, let me get this out just a second. It's an 18mm, okay? So get a gun on this, pretty much will not happen. So I can try a swivel. I'm probably just going to end up cutting it off, okay? But you can see if we were cut from here, we can cut from there, okay? So first things first, we're probably just going to push it up and cut that. But we're going to take our axle out. So we're going to kind of shift our stuff around here. Right here. Okay. We just need room to sneak back here so we can pull it and get those triple squares out, okay? Okay, there's one. So we're going to kind of loosen them up by hand first. Let's see how that goes for us, but there's a little bit. Okay. Through here. It does work easier if you can spin this axle, so I do recommend putting both off the ground. Okay. Loosened up 3 of them here. Okay. Alright, we're kind of sliding through here. Get these. So switch to from a 10-inch to a 6-inch extension. Okay. Yeah. Break this one loose, okay. Kind of see how I'm going to do this. Oh, okay. Yep. If you have the other side off, you can move it. You can shift your axles left and right. It makes it a lot easier, okay? But this is if you just have a jack in your car, you're on the side of the road, maybe something like that. And we're only one stand. I have 2, but I'm just not playing today. I don't really care. A lot of the TRQ videos and stuff show you stick them both on stands and do it that way, but this is if you don't have the means, okay? Okay. Pick up your axle a little bit. Okay, get the second one out. These, remember where they go. There's little shims in there, so be careful of it. Okay. If you can't get an impact in there, an electric ratchet works good too. I'll speed your way through it. It really ain't too bad. So. Okay, another shim with it. So we're gonna go see if we can set you right up there. M10 triple square out. Okay, this one a little tricky. Okay, But there it goes. Once you got this last bolt out, so you got the shim, make sure you keep the shims. You can see the axle sits right in there. There's no use, as long as you have it like this here, you can just yank it right out. You won't have any leakage, you won't have any problems. They're sealed in there. It's a very strange setup, but that's how they work. So set up this way, a lot different than conventional axles that you do on maybe a Chevy or something of that nature. So we're gonna do it here. 18. Okay, so it's not coming out. So you can see here what happens when you have a ball joint that's stuck, okay? You see that, okay? So when it's stuck and it's in there and it ain't going nowhere, you're gonna have problems, okay? They have a Torx bit you can stick in there to hold it. It didn't work for me. These seized in here and I cannot get the thing out. So I've already went to town on it with numerous things, didn't work. So we're gonna do it our way here, and it's a quicker way, but it's one more, you know, last ditch effort. But here we go. Out. So I had to grind this one out. Hopefully the other side isn't like that, but it will. So it comes with brand new bolts for the inside and for the outside. So this one comes with a different size bolt for the end. It's not a 12 point, but they give you all new hardware for it. So what we're gonna do first, we're going to slide this back in, okay? The way it came through, like so. Goes back. Up and in. Just like that. Pull out. Okay, we got that in. You want to pull back on this knuckle. Okay, so first things first, okay? Like that. This is through a little bit. So first things first, I'm gonna stick all three of these back on first, okay? Okay, 1, 2. We're gonna run it. Like this, okay? Run these in. An 18mm wrench over it like this. You're going to spin it as far as you can. So a couple of them went back in, but all the shims are in. We're gonna shoot this in, run some anti-seize. So this, as you can see, the aftermarket is not what it seems. So I'm gonna run a axle lug on here, and it could be a 27.